Hello, everybody. It is Friday. It's Miss Houston. How's everybody doing? I am coming to you this week from my front porch. Da, 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 da. I'm just trying to keep things new and fresh and not too repetitive. I hope you guys had a great week. I know I had a great week. I enjoyed my weekend. Last weekend, remember, it was that 3-day long weekend. Victoria Day was on the Monday. I'm not sure if you guys remember to log on to the virtual fireworks display that the city of Brampton posted on their webpage. I did. It was very short, but it was pretty cool. We had to download an app at my house for some reason, but we were able to hold our device up, and then it was like the fireworks were shooting in our living room. It was neat. I didn't go back to see if I could do it again a second time. I should do that. I don't know, but I hope you guys had an opportunity to do that. And I hope you had the opportunity to enjoy some of the weather over the weekend. I did some really good work in my backyard on the Saturday. I was very sore on the Sunday. Not getting out and about so often now, I'm finding my muscles are not happy with me. So I think I need to do a little bit more of our daily physical activity, not just on Tuesdays. Maybe I should make a note to myself to start doing that. Maybe throw it in on a Thursday or every day, whatever works. So as you can see around me, the sun's shining. It's a lovely day today, and we're headed for a couple of beautiful days coming up. So I'm going to pause and I'm going to attempt to string some videos together for us this week. I'm just constantly trying to push my boundaries and learn new skills to try and give you guys different things on our Friday. So what I'm about to do is I'm going to pause this video, and if all goes well, fingers crossed, it did last week, we will zip over to be able to check the weather using the Weather Network, the way that we used to do it in class. So fingers crossed, hang on tight. We're gonna do the weather and then we'll be back. So here, if we take a look at the weather for this weekend and we start with today, we can see that Friday looks really nice. Mainly sunny, a high of 22. I see no rain down here at the bottom. Everything looks really great. And actually, here's something a bit different, what we're not used to. Temperature says 22 degrees, but feels like 24. That is awesome. And I think that also means we should remember to put on our sunscreen, wear our hats if we're outside, like we talked about a few weeks ago. Let's move over to Saturday, and let's see what Saturday has to say. Mainly sunny again, high of 24, and holy moly, guys, feels like 27. Let's scroll all the way down to the bottom and see if there's any rain in the forecast for Saturday. I see nothing. Oh my goodness, the start of our weekend is going to be beautiful. Great weather to be outside. Maybe I'll get out there and do that planting that I haven't done yet. Gotta buy the flowers first. But with that idea in mind, Saturday might be a good idea to plant, because look what's gonna happen on Sunday. It says that we might have a few showers. Again, a nice number of 22, feels like 25, so it's gonna feel a little bit warmer than that. But those showers, we scroll down, looks like we might get a little bit of rain. That's awesome. Our plants and our grass need that rain to help grow. And especially after having a couple of really warm days back to back, a little bit of rain is a good idea for the plants, and maybe gives us a chance to do a couple of chores inside the house as well. So that's all I'm going to talk about for the weather. Looking further down into the week doesn't look great, but I think we've all learned that we need to check the weather daily, because the weatherman is the only job that you can get wrong and still have a job. So that's it for the weather section. Now let's pop back in and talk a little bit more. Hi, we're back. So the weather looks amazing, doesn't it, guys? It's going to be gorgeous for Friday and Saturday. And then if I am successful with my goal of buying some of the plants and getting them in the ground, then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, it looked like Mother Nature is going to water them for me. Such a great thing. One less job for me to do. So current events. You guys know I like to come on here and try and talk about something that's happening maybe in our lives or in the world around us. So this week we found out that we will not be going back to school this year. There were some sad faces in my house. I was one of them. I was fingers crossed hoping, but it's the best decision, and we all need to put on our brave face and be positive, because it's the best thing for all of us to do. We've all done such a good job so far, staying home and staying safe, protecting ourselves, protecting our families and our friends and everybody. If you can have the opportunity to connect this way, this is such a great thing to do, that we're all doing our best to flatten the curve is what they're calling it. So something for me, I was sad, and I think it's okay. It's okay to remember that we're allowed to feel a little bit upset and disappointed. This is something that's happened, and we have to do our part. And as much as I want to go back to school and I want to spend my days with you guys, I know that I can't. So I felt sad for a little bit on Tuesday. I sort of sat around and didn't want to do anything and felt bad. But then I realized, you know what? Can't stay that way forever. So we have to find the positives and find the positive attitude. And something that we call it in my house is the attitude of gratitude. Kind of rhymes, makes it fun. But what that means is, even if maybe inside I'm feeling a little bit upset, I need to use my brain to think positive. And what are some things that I can do that make me feel happy? So could be going for a walk, could be doing a puzzle, could be going through and watching some of our older videos and seeing all the fun things that we've done so far, maybe redoing some of them. One of the things that we are doing in my household, some of my neighbors in the neighborhood have also done this, is we have, I'm going to show you, this showed up in my garden in the front of my house. And one of my kids' friends from down the street, what they did is they took some rocks from their backyard, rocks that they already owned, and they painted special messages on them. And this one says, "Be kind." And then they went for a walk and dropped them off to some of the people's front yards or their front door. So that was a really, really neat thing. And that gave me the attitude of gratitude. I was so thankful that somebody thought about me in their day-to-day life. So what we are going to do in my household is we're going to pay it forward. We're going to return the favor. And what we've done, we also have rocks in our backyard. So me and my kids have already started, but we are painting some rocks in different colors and maybe some bright patterns. And what we're going to do is we are going to do that as well. We are going to go on a walk and try to sneak them in, so it's a surprise that they don't know it's from us. We have also, in our neighborhood, we've made some cookies in my house, and we have delivered them to some of the neighbors, because I know that I'm sad not being able to see my family, and they are also feeling the same way. So it's just a small, nice gesture that we can do to remember the positives, and sometimes doing things for other people make you feel happier in return. So I think that's a good thing to remember and a good thing to do. I don't really have much more for you guys this week. Oh no, I do. I forgot. The most exciting part. We, meaning me and my family we live in the same house, we have been trying to get out and going for more walks. I was finding that I wasn't getting outside enough because I was trying to do some schoolwork and do some work for me. And at night, we would just sit around and watch TV. And as fun as that is sometimes, it's not the best thing. So this week, we actually went on 2 walks after dinner. We had our dinner and we decided we're gonna leave the dishes in the sink, go for a walk, and then come home and do the dishes. Very difficult for me to do that though. I wanted the dishes done first. Anyway, not the point. The point is, we went for a walk, and on our walk, there is a river that runs through a bit of a foresty area. And we saw a real live beaver. Not in a story, not on a nickel. It was a real beaver. So I quickly grabbed my phone and I got a couple of videos of it, and I'm going to share that with you guys. camera shy. There he is. Oh my gosh.
Where did you go?
I see him. So cool, right? That was wild. It was so wild. And we kept trying to get more videos of him, but I feel like every time he saw us, he would jump under the water. Some interesting things that I learned about beavers, and maybe you know this, maybe you don't, I surely didn't, is beavers can actually grow up to 4 feet in length. I don't know if that includes their tail or not, but 4 feet's pretty big. I have no idea how big this guy was. He seemed huge to me, but I had nothing really to compare to, and he was kind of off in the distance. I didn't want to get too close because I didn't want to upset him or, you know, get him mad. I just wanted to quietly observe him and video record him. So there's that they can be quite big, and also that they can hold their breath underwater for up to 15 minutes. That is wild to me. I don't know why they would want to hold their breath for 15 minutes. Maybe they want to swim far. I don't know. Anyway, fun fact, beavers can hold their breath for 15 minutes. So interesting. So that was kind of the highlight for us on one of our walks. We also got to see lots of interesting birds, and there was orioles and woodpeckers. We didn't get to see one. Well, we saw a woodpecker, but there is a woodpecker in that forest. Apparently, that's quite big. There's more than one species of woodpeckers. Didn't know that until after, but there is one, and now I can't remember what it's called, but it can be quite big too. It can be between 30 and 50 centimeters. So that's huge to me for a bird. But anyway, so see, a simple thing like going for a walk after dinner, putting a pause on our chores, and getting outside and just breaking our routine. We got to learn and see a bunch of cool things, and that was really great for my mental health and my attitude of gratitude, trying to just find the positives in the day to day and not getting stuck in those feelings that I felt on Tuesday. One thing I forgot to show you guys, one of the rocks my son made, he pointed out to me. This one was his. He decided to make a ladybug, but he changed the colors up, and I think it's great. I think what a neat idea to not conform. I did the red and black one. How boring, right? This one's kind of cool. So that is a cool thing that he did too. So we're gonna add that to our collection. I'm hoping to be able to, like I said, we'll drop some off to our friends, but then we might also put some outside just to, when I walk out my front door, I get to see cool, pretty rocks. It's the simple things, right guys? So that is pretty much all I have for you guys this week. I hope that everybody is staying well. I hope you are staying healthy and happy. I miss everyone. I miss our days together. Sometimes I will have dance parties like we did last week, and I'll put on some of the songs that you guys used to pick in class to brighten my day. So that, I think I'm going to sign off with that. I feel like there was something else, and I didn't make a list this week. Bad planning on Miss Houston's part. But you guys stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and I'll see you next week. Bye.